Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to reading the Menhirs Fate Rules, day 17? We are still on Rites and Weaving, and we are reading Weaving right now. So, what can I do with a Weaving? Weavings can make great and varied workings of power. None of them are prescribed, and so are unique to the individual needs and wants of the Weaving team. Broadly speaking, the range of things that can be achieved by weavings are as follows. And we've got some bullet points. First one, enchantments. Items may be enchanted up to 1 year duration with specialist enchantments that are not covered by basic enchantments. Hexes. These will always require a sympathetic link to the individual or location that you want to hex. It will also require deployment in some form. Until deployment, the weaving will be held either in a weaver or item. Please note, the longer you wish to hold on to this weaving before deployment, the harder it will be to achieve. Ooh. Enhancements. Sorry, I thought this was about enhancements. Excuse my reading. Characters may be enhanced for up to 1 year. Please note, characters may only hold one weaving enhancement at a time. Area effects. This may be an area that provides a short-term boost to those within the area, or it may cause damage to those within the area. Same thing. The difficulty of this will be determined by the effect, its duration, and how long you wish to keep it before deployment. Again, length of time before deployment. Divination. Characters may use Menhir to discover truths within the game. However, some secrets are well hidden, and the better the secret, the harder the divination. The list above is not exhaustive, so feel free to come up with thematic ideas for weavings that fit your weaving sphere. Excellent. At the start of Menhirs Fate, the Haven Fragment... That's the first time I've seen Menhirs Fate spelt with an apostrophe. That is interesting. At the start of Menhirs Fate... I'm a language nerd, by the way. At the start of Menhirs Fate, the Haven Fragment of Menhir, while powerful, is not at its full strength. You may find that there are some weavings that are simply unattainable at present that may become easier in the future depending on player action, or harder. What cannot be achieved with weaving? Power aside, there are some things that Menhir simply cannot do, as listed below. First one, resurrect the dead. Although there is great Atherian power that can certainly be utilized with Menhir, it stops just short of returning a character to life in their original state. Oh, boo-hoo. Flying. You may gain wings aplenty, but sadly, no power in this world will give you flight. That is sad. I wish I could fly. Immediate total annihilation is also something that you cannot do. You can do some awful stuff if you put your mind to it, but deployment is the crucial factor here. You cannot simply do a weaving to destroy a target. That weaving has to be delivered either in-game for characters, NPCs, monsters, etc., or through downtime if the target is a homeland or distant affair. Next one, heal real world ailments. This is a roleplay game, and unfortunately its limits only affect in-game afflictions. Time travel. Although some weavings may allow you insights into both the future and the past, they cannot ever take you forward or back to those moments in a way that could allow you to interact with or change the outcomes of those events. Turn a character into a god. Not even Menhir is this powerful. If you seek godhood, you must look elsewhere. Does that mean there is an elsewhere to look for godhood? To be continued. So, what do I need to do to create a weaving? As a brief overview, a weaving consists of 4 necessary parts. 1. The handsells. These are gifts and offerings to Menhir, which have a sympathetic link to the weaving being woven. In order to determine the handsells needed, the weaver must first enact a rite called Hansel's Augury. To commune with Menhir and discover its price. Did they mean communicate, maybe? maybe. The weaving does not require all of the handles requested to succeed, but a larger handle is better, and a handle too small may make the weaving outright impossible to control. It's a bit long. I'm not going to fit this into... Well, we'll do an extra minute because I was late for the yesterday one. The second bit is place and time. Unlike rites, weavings may only be done inside a fragment. Weavings will have no effect outside of the fragment. As the great power of Menhir is often in high demand, Guardians have created a system of dedicated time slots which weavers can book for their weaving. Once a weaving team feels confident that they have the required handles, they may now visit the Guardians at the Circle of Weavers and book a time slot for their weaving. If there are no available slots at this gathering, your weaving will be transferred to a following event, and the Guardian team will work with you to make sure this works for you and your team. The Weavers is the next thing you need. A weaving requires weavers to do their work. Some weavers are more powerful than others, and all weavers are aligned to at least one sphere of magic. Weavers whose alignment matches that of the weaving will be able to use their full power level within that sphere, while those outside their alignment will only be able to contribute 1 point of their power to the weaving, but can still assist. While the power of the weavers is important, and it will certainly help in some situations to have more weaving power, it is certainly not the only factor. If you require guidance on how much power it is appropriate to bring to a weaving, please speak to one of the Guardians of Guidance. Sorry, Guardians for Guidance. I feel like they should be called the Guardians of Guidance now. Anyway, the fourth thing you need, the weave. No amount of handle of power will cause things to just happen. No crowd of weavers standing motionless can shift a pebble. Once the right handles are gathered in the right place at the right time with the right group of weavers, they will be able to commune with Menhir. Combine all these elements together and actually work to weave their wonder. There we go, that was it. 7 minutes you got today! 7 minutes!